Hey friends, welcome back to Cloud Chronicles with Asma and Rajiya, the podcast where we turn all things cloud, AI, and machine learning into easy real world conversations. I am your host Raziya.
And I am Asma. So glad to be back with another exciting episode as we continue our AWS AI Practitioner track. If you have been following along, you know we have covered supervised learning last time. Get ready to dive into the unknown and discover the hidden patterns that can transform your business. Today, we are unlocking the secrets of unsupervised learning machine learning algorithms.
So, Asma, what happens when we don't give the model the answers upfront? What if we just drop a bunch of data and say, hey, figure it out yourself?
That's, my friend, is a world of unsupervised learning. And it's honestly fascinating. It's like giving someone a puzzle but without the picture on the box.
Right. The model looks at the pieces and goes, okay, what fits together? What patterns can I find? It's all about discovery, not instruction. So, Asma, let's break it down for our listeners. What exactly is unsupervised learning in plain terms?
Sure, Razia. Unsupervised learning is a type of machine learning where models learn patterns and relationships in data without prior labeling or classification. It's like discovering hidden treasures in your data.
That means we are basically telling it, here's a bunch of information. Make sense of it. Love that. Then, how does unsupervised learning differ from supervised learning?
Unlike supervised learning, where the model learns from labeled data, unsupervised learning identifies structures or patterns in unlabeled data. Think of it like finding clusters in customer data without knowing their buying behavior beforehand.
Asma, got any cool real life examples to make this click?
Yes, Razia. One of the best example is customer segmentation. Say you have got thousands of users on an e-commerce site. You don't know anything about them upfront, but the model can group them based on their behavior, like who shops often, who only buys on discount, or who browses but never checks out.
Yeah, that's a game changer for marketing and personalization.
And yes, there is another one, anomaly detection. The model learns what normal behavior looks like. So, when something odd shows up, like a weird login at 3 a.m. from a random location, it raises a flag. It's perfect for fraud detection.
All right, Asma, let's geek out for a second. What are some of the go to algorithms when it comes to unsupervised learning? Like, what is in the toolbox?
Great question. So, when you are working with unsupervised learning, you are basically trying to uncover hidden patterns in your data, right? And there are a few popular techniques that really shine.
Cool, Asma. Can you hit me with the first one?
So, number one is clustering. Think of it like organizing your messy closet. The algorithm groups similar data points together based on patterns it finds without anyone telling it what those groups should be.
So it's like, hey, these folks all shop the same way. Or these images kinda look alike.
Exactly. The classic algorithm here is K-Means clustering. It's super popular for things like customer segmentation, like grouping users by their buying habits. And you will also see it things like market segmentation, image compression, etc.
Okay, Asma, love that. What's the next on the list?
The second one is association rule learning. This one is all about discovering relationships between different items in a big data set.
Oh, it's like when Amazon tells you people who bought this also bought, right?
Exactly. That's called market basket analysis. And the most well known algorithm here is a priori algorithm. It looks for patterns like, hey, if someone buys bread, here is a chance they will also grab some jam or butter. It's super useful for retail, e commerce, and even recommendation engines.
Nice, Asma. What about dimensionality stuff? I hear that word thrown around a lot.
Yes, Razia. Dimensionality reduction, that's our third big algorithm. Basically, when your own data set has way too many features or columns, these techniques help simplify things without losing the essence of the data.
So, is it like decluttering data?
Exactly. One popular method is PCA or Principal Component Analysis. It helps highlight the most important trends in your data by reducing complexity. Super helpful for visualizing high dimensional data, like when you have got hundreds of features and just want a simple way to understand what's going on.
Okay, Asma, that's super clear. So, to recap, clustering groups things, association rules connect things, and dimensionality reduction simplifies things. Then, how do you choose the right unsupervised learning algorithm for your problem?
Razia, the choice depends on first the problem you are trying to solve, the data characteristics, and the desired outcomes. For example, if you want to group customers based on buying behavior, K-means clustering might be suitable. Or if you are dealing with high dimensional data, PCA would be a good choice.
Yeah, Asma, let's talk cloud for a second. If someone is building this on AWS, what can they use?
Great question. Amazon SageMaker has built-in support for unsupervised models. You can train clustering models, run PCA, and even use SageMaker Autopilot to handle some of the automations. And for large language models, Amazon Bedrock uses a lot of unsupervised techniques during pre training, like letting the model learn language just by reading tons of text. No labels needed.
What are some challenges in implementing unsupervised learning, Asma?
So, common challenges are choosing the right algorithm, determining the optimal number of clusters, and interpreting results. Additionally, unsupervised learning models can be sensitive to data quality and require careful feature engineering.
If someone is just starting out in machine learning, when should they consider using unsupervised learning?
Razia, I would say anytime. You have got data, but there are no labels, and you are trying to understand your audience, reduce complexity, or find weird patterns. It's like the first step before diving deeper.
Totally agree, Asma. And it is surprisingly powerful once you start trusting the model to show you something new. All right, folks, that's a wrap on unsupervised learning, where the model does a little exploring, a little grouping, and sometimes even surprises you. If this episode helped demystifying things for you, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and drop your AI questions for our next session. In the next episode, we are diving into reinforcement learning, aka how machines learn by trial and error, just like humans. Until then, keep learning, keep experimenting, and stay curious.